Live. Um, I'm a little crazy right now. This game is so loud. Um, no, I. So it's funny. I meant to go and join some stuff, but I'm here. Probably should go to bed. I don't. I don't technically. So this is the rub. I don't technically work tomorrow. Um, and I'm going to revert to my schedule that I worked when I first started working at the store I'm at, to where I have Saturdays off because I worked the weekend. I get myself yesterday off because no one has communicated the schedules. I'm just gonna work whatever I want to. I don't really know what else to do about it. Just because I don't think there's really a good answer outside of it. Um, and it's very much not so much on me, because if you wanted me to work something else, you should have got me a actual schedule. When I tell you I don't have a schedule, so I'm gonna work what I want to, and I'm gonna have tomorrow off like I normally would. Took today off because I worked a whole weekend last weekend, and it's very drawing a line in the sand for myself right now, um, which is fine. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was interesting to look at that and see that. So yeah, um, nothing too crazy though. We're gonna go into back into Avowed because I'm feeling it. I was gonna do some Fable 2, Fable 3, or No Man's Sky, but I think I'm feeling Avowed at least for another hour or two. Um, and then I'll probably see about some co-working streams if we're there. But let's get into it. I don't. Ain't no reason to wait. Excuse me. An update. What the hell? Well, I guess while that's updating, hi. um, shit. Shit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. My water's half empty, so I'm gonna go fill it, I guess, while I'm waiting for this update to go on. Be right back. Nonsense. Sorry, I'm back. It's only been bloody 20 minutes, and it's still flicking 5 minutes to go. It's almost like I said a half an hour when I freaking updated my freaking game. Um, we're here though. We're gonna get after it. I'm very excited for this. We're gonna play more games. Play some more games. Um, yeah, it's good. It's good. Uh, Work's been good. Nothing too crazy to speak of. It's nice to feel it in my bones about some stuff. So, yeah, I will. I think if I can go to midnight playing and then jump into some work, like I don't know how well it's gonna go because of how much lag it generates on my computer sometimes when I have a browser open. But it might work better. I'm not for sure. But yeah, I'll throw on some tunes and yeah, almost there. 2 gigabytes. I have 2.63 gigabytes. Um, I think Avowed. So like, it's so funny. I just went through the reviews for Avowed, and I just this is me controversial. I don't really care, but I think it's so funny because me and my fiance Austin are so like opposed on how we consume media. Like I'll play video games 12 hours, 24 hours if I can help it in a row, sit down in a spot. I'm zoned in on whatever I'm doing this, doing that. He's like the exact opposite when it comes to video games. We'll do the same thing on TV, movies, whatever. Watch a whole series of movies. He'll go watch whatever's new. I can't be bothered sometimes to go watch new movies in theater, but he'll take me to go see things, and it's very much like that. Such a pose on how we consume extra stuff, and I think it's interesting that we're both sort of the mind that we like to enjoy things. Now, I'm not a critic. I'm not a someone who will dissect video games up and down or dissect art and like but as someone who has made things and takes criticism like to heart and can take it and go off on other tangents, like the reviews for Avowed are cracking me up because yes, they all compare it to Skyrim basically, or hey, this game would have been good 5, 10 years ago, but this. I'm like, you're still holding in your heart what you think a video game should be, and I think if you ask any like gamer adult, they're not able to really enjoy anything because they're still trying to look for this core of an ideal, and I don't. I think streaming has helped it a lot. I don't go looking for like any extra pieces that I need from it. I'm gonna play it regardless if it's good or not. If I it takes a lot for it to drastically not have my attention. I'm at least gonna play it for a good chunk of the game, if not all of it. And I would say I'm a sucker for RPGs. I'm a sucker for fantasy, for escaping this nonsense of a reality. So like Avowed to me itch that scratch, but I didn't look at reviews. I didn't look at what anything was saying. Again, I didn't look at what it was talking about, and I'm like, let's go play this game. And I think it's good in what it is. not what I thought it should be. A lot of people are saying the combat's clunky, the dialogues the stories this, and it would have been nicer this many years ago, or can't even compare to Skyrim, blah 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 da da da. And I think it's very interesting people's thoughts on it when you should just enjoy the game. And I don't know if it's just me or I'd be interested. I've talked to a couple people before in my friend group online about certain games that are just like, no, this should have been so much better for these reasons. And I'm like, but no, in my head, I'm like, it's a lot, and you have this idea of what the game should have been before you even played it. Yeah, so like Starfield, like I I don't think Starfield, like, if you took it out of the context and you like, yes, put it against all the games of like No Man's Sky, Outer Worlds, any space game, sure, yes, absolutely not up to snuff. But if I were to sit into a, you just like, as like purely not almost sciencey like, but like experimental, like, hey, here's this game, go play it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm not gonna tell you what or whatever. I know you have a general understanding of how video games work. You know, you've played almost all of the other games from this developer. But you also played these games, those games, this game. You have a general understanding. Yeah, it could have been so much better, but I'm not. It's not. I don't have a ruler. Like, I think a lot of people nowadays have this problem with enjoying media and content because they have this ruler to judge against other games, when the reason there's so much love for indie games is no one's yeah, have a ruler. Like, I so many people have that ruler though for bigger. Listen, judge. That's your prerogative as a consumer. Yes, but I think there's so much to be less disappointed. Yes, it's your time. If you're gonna buy money, pay money, absolutely. But I think it's one thing to be pre-disappointed until you play it. Pre-disappointed, like, in your head, oh, this is exactly like Skyrim. Oh, this is exactly like this. This is going to be exactly like this. And I'm like, okay, good, great. But I vowed to me, I didn't go into it, oh yeah, it's going to exactly be like Skyrim. Oh, it's going to be exactly like this. Yeah. If you enjoy it, that's what matters. I don't think it was worth it, and after watching it, it wasn't worth it, but that's my opinion. Well, exactly. I'm not going to disvalue anyone's opinion. I think people aren't doing, not just Avowed, but most games in general, any justice for not, like, there's a genre of the game, and you think it should be like the best version of this genre. Where if you had a scale of like 1 to 10 of games in that genre, that game probably isn't the worst game to ever exist. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the worst thing. And that's, it's like, people always talk about how much they love indie games because there's so much this, that, and the other. It's so different, blah, blah, blah. And they, it's, I can't remember the exact definition of indie games to me, but like, it's so small, niche, smaller company or whatever, and they think they don't have a preconceived notion. They're not comparing it to anything else, like, and that's that fair, Fist and Turtle fair. Um, I just think it's interesting when a bigger studio like Obsidian or a studio backed by a console company like Sony or Xbox. Thank you. Yeah. So like it's a small team single over without major backer. It's what okay, great. Thank you so much. I was like when a game comes out that doesn't have a big back like has a big backer, you we all immediately go to our mind without really having a preconceived like having any awareness, I guess, that we're comparing it to anything and everything by that studio, by that Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, whatever. Well, exact like so there are hit or misses, and that's why there's so many indie games because they are all sometimes not all great. But we all think that these big studios have so much money, they should all be great, and they're not. But it's not the worst thing because it still got backed by a big company. It still got backed. Like this idea still made it to this point. And yeah, so sure, a lot of other things should have happened, but I'm not there to. I'm not a critic. I mean, I'm not there to break down like, oh, Avowed. I can't. None of my environment reacts to my fire, or I can open my weapon up, and swing at a guard, and he doesn't react. Well, that should tell you it's not supposed to be like Skyrim. It's not supposed to be like all these other open. Thank you, thank you. That should tell you that it's not supposed to be like any other of those games. It's supposed to fit into a different genre. I think big teams, these backers that put out games worth hundreds of millions of dollars and they peak at 400 players need to realize the choices. Listen, I don't disagree. So, like, if you're not getting like as a company, if you're not getting the response that you wanted, maybe you should. I can't speak to any Star Wars Outlaws or the Concord nonsense. But the Dragon Age, the Veilguard game, for me, they backed themselves into a story corner. I'm not going to speak to anything else extra social, political wise about the pronouns or anything like that. But I know playing as a long time fan, playing the previous three Dragon Age games and all the extra DLCs and all the extra content, they sort of backed themselves they sort of backed themselves into a story corner where they left it open with so many choices each individual game that they had to make it more linear. And that's sort of like if you look at like what their character's called is called Rook. And Rook is such a piece of such a well chosen name for a main character because it's very much this way, that way, that way. Like there's very limited options for the story to go. There's not going to be you do this, that, it gets this, but if you do this, that, and not that, you get this, or this, that, this, you get that. Like the Rook player name alone should have indicated a lot to any player base that it was not going to be like previous games. At least to me, like I went into it knowing, just as a writer, like that choice alone was telling people it is so they can set up anything else up they want. Like I'm not gonna speak. I liked the art. I think it was fresh from the previous, where I sometimes would struggle for definition. Like it's a direction that they'll have to go, and it's for anything extra. I think they did enough to reference previous material, but the cliffhanger alone on the end of the game, I think was fantastic. I think it set up a lot because it left a lot in the lore to be unlocked. So it finished up a lot of the extra pieces. So I'm not to get into a Dragon Age spiel, but the story alone, so like there's two sets of elven gods. Were touched on the bad sense of the elven gods, but the good elven gods were sort of good, were the main focus of the story, that soul is trapped in the Fade. But the other ones were what was not tied up in the end, and that's what they set up for the next. Like, it's very much a progressive direction. If you do this, you still get to here, because that's what Rook's story is. Like, it's very much One way, one way, one way. There's only three endings. There's not much else extra. It's not open worldish, and that's sort of what Avowed is to me. Like, it's not open world, and it's very much a role playing game because you are this person, you are this hero, villain, or whatever have you. But I think for especially just Dragon Age in general, I don't want to keep going back to that, but like they they had to limit the options to not write themselves into a corner. Like, it's essentially writing themselves plot armor because they can't have you decimate this piece and not do this or that or the other. You still want to get to an ending where it's fitting into what they need to keep going, essentially. Dragon Age is a fantastic series, and I think Veilguard was not so much an installation, whether it be a capstone to something greater. Like, it very much finished a lot of the story, a lot of the plot, showed a couple extra areas that we've never seen before in the video games, whatever. But I think it was, I call it much of a capstone to the trilogy that the Veilguard, Dragon Age Veilguard, very much should have been the DLC content in Inquisition. Like, you should have been doing this with the game. Like, it's very much, and they had to expand all that. It's very much like Dragon Age 2. Like, they had to expand a bunch of other nonsense to make it a whole game. And did it do it justice? Probably not, but I just think people should enjoy things. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and you don't want to spend the money on it, spend the money on it. And yes, people are going to write reviews as critically as they need to for information for the consumer. I'm not going to, like, I'm talking myself in circles at this point, but I think it's interesting to have, just as a streamer, I don't really have, the only thing stopping me, yes, the only thing stopping me from playing any and all games is time and money. I don't really have a strict preference. I know what I'm good at. Like, I'm not going to go and play Call of Duty 9 times out of 10 just because I'm not good at aiming with a gun or with that little... I swing. I know, I understand this mechanic. I understand the spell. Like, I know it's the spells and stuff are similar to aiming a gun and stuff, but listen, I know what I like, but I'm never gonna not be open to anything. Like, I played Close to the Sun, like, and I'll probably, it's still in, like, the mind of, like, I need to finish that because my Xbox achievements have this set stuff, and that's what's the driving force for me. Yes. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure, Turtles. Starfield was exactly, yes, when I get a PC, which should happen next year, not this year. All the bonus money is going to the wedding. But next year, when I get my full coach bonus, is when that's happening. Just so we're both all on the same page. No, absolutely. Starfield was Skyrim reskinned to space. They had, I think, No Man's Sky come out. Outer Worlds. There was a couple other space ones I know, and space was huge. I think for whatever, like, they had I can't remember what was coming out for that right now, but it's a good story. Yeah, yeah. It's so funny because Skyrim is such a moment. Like, it's so, like I said, it's such a ruler to anyone who's played a game because you could literally do anything in that game as long as it fit within this realm of whatever Bethesda said, like the Skyrim, the Dragon Age, you're the Dragonborn, go kill dragons, go ride dragons, cast spells, whatever you need to do. But it was so, you can literally do anything in that game, and there was no level cap either, so it was very much like you could keep leveling up indefinitely if you wanted to, and be a mini god essentially. And I think that's what people are getting hung up on, is any game that comes out now is like this, and any adjacent. Exactly, you can still discover new things. Like it's crazy. I just found out the other day if you so I don't know if anyone remembers the that horn of Jurgen the Wingcaller or something. If you go back to the temple and you place the horn back on the pedestal, apparently you get a dragon shout. Like that was something I just learned, and I have to tell you, I don't think it would be a boring day on the stream if I restarted Skyrim. When I get my gaming PC, I will be playing through all of the Elder Scroll games because I have the collection of PC discs from Elder Scrolls Arena to Skyrim. But it'll be a cold, boring day on the stream if I start through Skyrim again, because I have it down to a science to get just to play into the quest, play into the story, because I literally go and get these specific spells for like alteration. I transmute silver, iron to silver, and silver to gold, and then I do the thing with the telekinesis where I get max enchanting on armor, and then I've zero cost telekinesis, and then I go from what was it? I think it's Rift into Whiterun or something, and I just hold an item in place, and then my telekinesis, what I think it's alteration or one of the two, and it goes from 0 to 100 like that. Like then I get all the skills, and then occasionally I'll find myself I'm too over leveled, so all the enemies are higher than me in combat sense. Levels are like not catching are too high to what my actual unlocked skills are. It's a whole thing. But I think it's funny. I'd have to dive into that. I probably should play a game. I'd spent all 42 minutes. But I think it's funny how it was such a monolithic. Like I don't know if I doubt. I'm looking back. Basically, I think it's funny if Bethesda knew this, like Oblivion already was such a monster of a game. I think if Bethesda knew the measuring stick they created when they made Skyrim and they made the DLCs for it and all that stuff, if they knew ever so slightly, they probably, I wouldn't say do less, but maybe do more. Like you can't do, it's like it was like lightning in a bottle essentially. I think it's just it was such a good follow-up piece, and I'm drastically worried by the reception of all these other games. Exactly, they're still selling Skyrim. Like it's still, that's why they come out with extra editions the last whatever how many years. But I'm so drastically worried that they're going to miss the mark. To like they're gonna do what they want, like they have been the last couple of games. But I think if they don't meet this measuring stick for Skyrim, they set themselves up for the next game, because it's I know I'm going to be alive for it. I might be 30, I might be 40, but I know I'm going to be alive for it when this next game comes out for the Elder Scrolls series. I think it'd be interesting to see how well that might be received. Because it's very, just from what's already been put out, not in the Elder Scrolls titles, but anything extra. Like Avowed's supposed to be in the Pillars of Eternity series. I don't know if did anyone know this? You know when I say Pillars of Eternity? Like which is fair. I almost didn't play Avowed. I just thought I could spend, the biggest review I think I see on the Xbox review page for the game is worth the $30 for Game Pass to play it early. Worth the Game Pass, like absolutely Game Pass game. Let me play this. Well, Avowed is supposed to be in the Pillars of Eternity series. It's not even supposed to be like, it's separate. Like you can jump in right now and without understanding anything. But the reason there's such limited choices, even with the character creation in Avowed, is because it's supposed to be based off Adir, which is from the Pillars of Eternity line. Like, it's a whole convoluted reasoning in there, and I think a lot of people are going in like, oh, fresh game. Like, well, no, a it's in a family of games. Like, it's within that series of games. Like, it's so funny to me. Um, I just I'm really I love. I don't think I've been drastically disappointed where I wanted a refund on a game ever because I just love the media so much. Civ, yes, Civ 7 is on Xbox. I don't think it's on Game Pass. And I have thought about playing that just because I I'm a sucker for civilization games. Um, and no, my games are not dependent on me what's on Game Pass, but no refunds close to the sun. No. Um, but yeah, Civ 7 should be out if not coming soon. Where is it? Yeah. So like it's what is that? 670 $80? Yeah, $70 for the game. $100 for the deluxe edition, and then 130 for the founders edition, which to me is crazy. Um, but I also I have so many games I own already that I want to play. Yeah, exactly. So like I don't even I'm not even playing the Monster Hunter game. Um, I have the first Monster Hunters somewhere in my storage here. But like I'm also not doing the Assassin's Creed games like the Assassin's Creed Shadows because it's I have so many games I already have in my system that I have available to play. Like South of Midnight is a game I can play pre on in April 8th, which sounds it looks fantastic by Compulsion Games. I'm sure you can hear the trailer right now. No, no, okay, good. But it's very nice. It looks very nice. It looks very interesting. Doom the Dark Ages, I can install it for Game Pass. um, but like I have so many other games in my repertoire, without a better word, um, that I'm not looking to start that up. And I still I have the new Fable game coming. I have plenty of games available in the Game Pass to play. Yeah, so many games, and like I'm not like dropped $30 on Avowed because it was the upgrade for Game Pass. The Game Pass upgrade. It's the same thing I did on Starfield. I I think it's interesting. Like if someone were to gift, or I was getting active money more frequently from Twitch and whatever, YouTube, Facebook, I might buy more relevant games, but not relevant, but like newer games, I guess is a better word. Um, I'm never gonna get done playing them all, because new ones will keep coming out, and I'll keep playing the old ones. So like Fable 3, Avowed, I think is a good mix. Um, Playing the sandbox games, so Minecraft, uh, No Man's Sky, those kind of games are also fun. Um, but like I don't see myself ever stopping. I think it would be so like I don't call it a backlog, I guess. It's not even like I'm so glad I'm affiliate now because I sometimes do spend 12 hours playing a single game or two games or three games. Like and it's nice. I know I don't have a large audience. I know I don't have this huge thing on here, but that's not why we're here. We were gonna be here anyway. I was gonna play the games anyway. I was still gonna be probably sitting in this chair. 400 hours in it, 400 hours in last epoch, and 300 in Terraria, which is fair. Which is funny because in my mind, which is crazy to me because Terraria did a crossover with Pillars of Eternity, which Avowed is in that same. So in theory, my Avowed character would be able to get to Terraria if that was how it works. Just so we're making that connection, like, because in Terraria there's a way they open a portal or whatever, and enemies from Pillars of Eternity. Yes, and it's so funny to me that that's like how some of these studios work with each other. Of like, here's an Easter egg, here's this, but if you do enough Easter eggs with each other, it's technically canon for some people. Like technically, there's a connection there. But yeah, I can talk about video games forever. I mean, we might as well play some while we're talking about it. It's all updated. And again, like, as someone who writes, who creates things, who does this bit in their head. Oh, we're playing Avowed, Turtle. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I apologize, but yeah, I know people want this game to be like Skyrim, but it's not. It's really not to me. Hell's Tongue. It's a little funny. So, like, we're gonna go up here now. And it is something to say, like, I've only been playing this, I don't know, 2 days, day and a half, maybe, now at this point, and I've done a lot. And it's gone very quick, which is a little refreshing. I remember how to get down from here. That'd be great. Yeah, it's good progress. Like, see, I take significant fall damage in this game where I would die from that height.
Walk like it's hard. Can't stop. It disturbs us.
Another glorious battle.
Alright, we're gonna go up here next. Nice.
Something tells me the godless didn't bar that door.
Same. That can't stop me. I can't read. Excuse me. Let me grab this. I think it's... Do I go up here? Or do I go back over there? So that's an entryway, and that's there. Or is it right there? Is where I make the jump. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Oh god. There we go. Okay. I have to give this game credit. It's a lot of parkour, which I do enjoy in a sense of it's something I'm not used to in a game like this, which is nice. It's That's opened up. Oh, let's go in here. Oh my god!
You're one of those people who takes requests, not orders.
Alright.
April's been busy. I should have known he couldn't sit still.
Love to see someone else so active in their twilight years.
No one saw that. No one saw that.
Wouldn't want to be near those when they fall.
Okay. Well, great. To my left. Frickin' priests. On God.
Bandits, probably. Bet they have no idea what to expect.
Nope. Nan! Alright, let's get back up here, I think. I assume. Yeah, okay. Nope, that's not what I thought. Oh, it is! Haha!
Alright. He's overdoing it.
Just a little bit. Ah!
Good luck to one. 2 hours.
This feels like a trap. I'm gonna go back and make sure I didn't miss anything. Ah! Ah! Oh Jesus, I almost just jumped off the side of the building. Okay, let's see here. Perfect. Oh God. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Bye.
On your left, dear.
Whatever.
There's up here.
I mean, they're the ones that are just disappeared. Like, I don't... Can't see shit. Probably. Knowing my luck. I got a dirty brown key. Perfect. I'm working late because I'm a gamer. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I bet someone has a version out where it's about being a gamer. I just think it'd be funny to listen to. I'm gonna do a sweet. Can't jump over there, can I? Can I? No. Fine. Back around I fucking go. Where the story stops, nobody knows. Where is this going? Well, I'll be back. Have to find a way to shut the flames off, apparently. Which, by the quest arrow, is over here.
Left one opens the door. The sign. All right, Capo. Go down.
That was fucking funny. The sign said, "I hope you picked the right one." Big ass grizzly bear.
Taste it! Let's see what you got. Your mind is safe.
That's doing nothing. What about this? Nothing. Okay. So that the fire still isn't out. That door. I don't know. I don't know.
Give me a target.
No one's talking to you, Kai. I pressed that, but I don't know what it did. I don't think it turned off the fire. No, I know I didn't turn off the fire. The fire's still going. So what would it have done if not that? And I'm on fire. I don't stand there, you foolish man. Are you just dumbed down now? Oh, there's a ladder. Okay. Well, that's nice. Oh, a winch. In the back.
He put the heart on a pedestal. How subtle. Yes, of course. Everything but the treasure was trapped. How silly of me to assume otherwise.
Same. Switch.
man told a tall tale about the fishing hut. A novel.
All the years we heard that story, and half of it was a lie. We thought Umpara just left. Part of me wishes I still.
Well,
Thank Aethys. I thought you'd never come out of there. I've been waiting for ages. Uncle Capo did say I had the makings of an adventurer. It's why he's always so... No! I can't get distracted. This is too important.
boy.
Listen to me. I came to find you. I just wanted you to meet him, not go on one of his stupid escapades. What do you think? You have to put the heart back. Or take it away. Whatever you do, don't give it to him. No, it's not. Apparently, if you grind a fossilized Leviathan heart and mix it with wine, it becomes a poison. I found his notes on it. I think that's what he wants it for.
Boy.
I know he hasn't been himself lately, but I never thought he'd want to do something like this.
Tisk.
He won't play Azatoa with me. He won't go out on walks with me anymore. He kept saying he didn't want to go out. You just...
The wolf eats the hemlock. What suffering could be so great?
Then we've got to go back. Right now. I'll go find the Tiranui. If you can talk and... I will.
All right, now that's done. There's got to be a party camp closer than that. Shasa.
Just one.
No, Dario. I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich.
Rich? You're gonna
Gonna
kill
kill
us
us
all.
all.
Wow's eyes. Who are you? I knew it. First you said we should come to the living la-
Stealing from that merchant was your...
Now you want me to break into some dungeon?
Coulda. Told you we should have gone into the ruins instead. I told you it'd be simpler. Now look what happened.
Beyond seek where? Behind it! Beyond seek! Isak Sab! Beyond seek!
Boom. That was silly. I should have just healed myself. I don't know why I didn't. That was silly. Open. Okay. Wall, wall, wall.
Keep quiet.
Nice. Shark's mouth.
Traveler, haven't seen you around here.
What's up, Mapo?
Welcome to Shatterscar. Or, welcome to Shark's Teeth, anyway. Damn. I didn't think you'd actually talk to someone like me. An envoy. Wow. Today really must be my lucky day.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got to take some... They're for Kotoa and Hayako.
Kotoa and Hayako?
They've probably killed more... Well, they said, why shoot one when you can take out a... That's what I'd like to know. You do...
Yes.
Keep going through the teeth.
I used to patrol. Patrol out here. Swore I'd never come back. Tama lost his badge near here.
I know. I don't know how to get there. Hold on. You gave me pretty good instructions. I just don't know how to get there. So give me a second.
I heard about some archmage in the... You know, Svef makes... Well, you're saying...
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna go back up. This way. Do 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 do. Well, that's how you get there. Okay, shit.
Everyone okay?
Just freaking dandy, mate. Camp!
What happened to traps and hired goons?
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent. Come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an archmage.
That's gorgeous. I just tell you that. Like, that is gorgeous. Okay. Two and two.
How knowledgeable are you about boat maintenance?
I know enough to patch a hull or mend a sail. Why do you ask?
Well, I was thinking about it. The weather around here is so tempestuous, and the envoy's already been in one shipwreck. If we end up in a boat, I'd just rather...
Oh boy.
Singing sand. We feel the essence seep from the ruins. The teeth and the dunes roll before us. We have questions still.
Speak your truth, Sapadal.
Wheels, a blight before it. Spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride. They burned us. They trampled over us. This is their way. We feel the people. We smell desperation. They turn. Shrimp clean the teeth of the shark. We would recognize it. We look deeper. What do you know of this? For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals? Still, the word eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you? Mystery, uncharted coastline, solitude. Is it always a prison? We wonder.
Yeah.
New leaves. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout?
I think I like strengthen each other when we've got nothing else.
4 arms build together, a fence made stronger, peace restored. We have learned much. Dream of shimmering scales as you rest.
Perfect. Step off, you lily lizards. Oh, my bad. My bad. Level 17, not too bad. I'm hilarious because I think I'm gonna go to bed. Not terribly long, I'm not gonna lie. Which I say I'm hilarious because I wanted to be up much longer. But I think to be more productive, I'm gonna go to bed. And again, I crack myself up all the time where I'm like, yeah, I'm up, I'm ready, let's go. Like, and then an hour and 45, I'm like, not tired, but my brain's like, you shouldn't be doing this. I am off again tomorrow though, so not too bad. 5-6 hour stream this afternoon, and then today I'll be doing some nonsense tomorrow. I hopefully will get up early and do some co-working. I want to try it and see if my computer can handle it. Just music and silence. Yeah, I'll be back. Thank you so much for anyone who stopped in and said hello. I'm Silver RDK. I was going to be here anyway on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, I did a whole spiel for an hour and I didn't see that happening, so it kind of, I think, threw a little wrench in the plan. I also think I'm going to try to not have so much soda. It's definitely a problem. It's good. It's good though. It's good. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Well, in 30 minutes will be tomorrow. So, but yeah, we'll be back, living our best life, and I enjoy playing games for all of you. So, catch you then. Thank you so much.